Welcome to you all to our virtual second anniversary. I'm sure we would all rather it was a real second anniversary. Personally, I am sick to death of virtual Zoom meetings, but it's all we can do, and I'm really pleased you're all here to listen to what we have to say. The fact of the matter is, we are in quite a dark time, as we all know, and we need you as members more than ever before. Upstairs, as I think most of you know, because I've told you before, was something of an accident. We were actually building our staff canteen, and there came a moment when I thought we'd slightly overdone it as a staff canteen and we should open it to the public. We did so for a year, during which, to be honest, we significantly lost money. We then introduced the membership at what I think is a reasonably modest price, £200 a head. Anything else you pay goes to the government. They always have to steal their bit, but we get £200. But it makes an incredible difference to the viability and stability of this business, and particularly in this incredibly difficult time where we all know many restaurants living solely on their ability to sell food and drink will be going bankrupt. Last time when we closed down, we stopped taking subscriptions from members. In fact, quite a few members generously suggested that we shouldn't do that and we should pay the staff to keep them employed. But then the government provided the furlough system, which certainly helped in that respect. We had 2 chefs who didn't qualify for the survey, for the furlough, and in their case, we did a little crowdfunding that many of you were involved in that raised £2,000 or £3,000, which helped us to be able to pay these other chefs. So rest assured that the money that was contributed at that time by members went to our staff. This time around, being hit with a second time of ceasing trading, we have decided we will reluctantly continue to take membership between now and Christmas. We gave a free membership month at the end of the lockdown in July, and we feel that this is reasonable. Hopefully, it will only be the time they predicted, which is up until December the 2nd. In addition to that, when you come back to upstairs, which I know and hope you all will, there will be £25, which is about a month's membership, deducted from your first bill when you come upstairs. So I hope you will feel that is a fair and reasonable solution. From January forward, we will have to review again if we're still in lockdown and see where we go from then. What I would like to do is to thank you all for your generosity from the past in relation to those volunteering money for our staff. I think that's an amazing thing, and I think there are very few clubs that would enjoy that kind of support. You're very wonderful and generous people. It's a very special club. We are determined to try to keep as positive and engaged and involved as we can through all this chaos. We're going to try to uplift the virtual events that we're doing. We're going to try and put more into that. I know some people have become bored of them, and I don't blame you. It's much better to go out. But while we can't, we're going to try to invest more in that. And we're also, in the future, when we're able to come back, we're looking very seriously at introducing a marquee outside, so that if we're still in some kind of tier 2 or an arrangement of that sort, we may be able to dine out under the terrace in warmth and shelter. We had actually ordered a marquee on rental, but have had to cancel it because we'll have a marquee and no guests, but we're thinking of buying one. We all have to acknowledge that this is a very unusual time. I actually believe that to some extent we and Boris and everyone are King Canute. We're sat on the beach showing our power by ordering the tide not to come in. Unfortunately for King Canute, the tide did come in, it always will, and no amount of building little sandcastles and even tier 2s will necessarily prevent it. But the one thing we can be certain of with the tide is it comes in and it will go out again. And I look very, very eagerly towards the day when the tide goes out, when the issues are resolved, and we're all back together, and by God, we're going to have the most special party of all time when that moment arrives. Thank you very much for listening.